Hello everybody, and welcome back to the stream. This morning we're gonna be doing more of this. We're gonna be doing like another round of warm-ups and some fashion studies, probably. Some more drawing. I've centered the stream so that I won't be doing like work off screen. I don't know how much that happened in the past, but I just saw that it could. All right. What else is new? Danish government has lowered the taxes on candy. And I don't know if it's been discussed, if that's been like an alternative discussed, but the article I read in my grandmother's newspaper is that like the headline was, despite lowering the taxes on vegetables being so much cheaper, they've lowered it on candy instead. So I guess an interesting choice for the health of the nation. Let's see if we can't, maybe during the first round of these, pick up on a specific area where I'm lacking and then focus on that for the second round. That could be sick. Doing some targeted studying. Haven't done that much for like gesture drawing, but I'm sure it could work. That's a little dark. Maybe that's better. Normally the morning streams are bright enough that I don't have to turn on any light. Not today. And then he's like a little too wide, arms are a little too long. That's crazy. That's starting to seem like almost a general thing that I draw too wide. I did it on the Malzahar splash back when. I noticed it again on the Tom Kench thumbnails I was doing. Now it's here in my figures too. That I draw wide. I definitely always draw arms way too long as well. And then like I typically correct it when I add the hand, I'll just add it like up the arm that I've drawn. But that would be nice to correct. At some point. 5 seconds, oh no. With bodies in motion, there's a little GIF in the corner showing you what the movement that the pose is taken from was. I forget to look at it, but I really should, because obviously it informs why the pose looks the way it does. In what context you could use a similar pose yourself. This was like an intermediary pose from some ballet move, but I didn't really catch what move. Okay, quick break in these. Sip of my coffee. That's what I thought. Already kind of lukewarm. Okay, this is her walking and sweeping the far leg kind of under the front leg. Just lower the music a little bit more. It's a little loud for me. That's better. Easier to concentrate. Okay, moving on. Yeah, this one as well. So this is like a pretty strange pose. And then you look at the little GIF and then it turns out it's also like a pretty strange movement. That's definitely wrong. The leg is way too long. Way too long. Okay. Like my arm shorthands still need work. I'm confident that I can draw a decent arm if like I spend time on it. But what happens if I don't? I'm not happy with yet. Though I guess that kind of goes for most things I draw. Like if I spend time on it, kind of okay. If I don't, no. Whoa. I'll try and show you what I'm woeing here. His anatomy is just moving in very strange ways. His arm just straight. Head pretty straight. But this guy's suspended from his right shoulder here. And I can just like his scapula is really, really popping out from his silhouette. Like more than that. That was interesting. All right, well, time's already up. A little long on these legs. Just a little bit. A little long on that torso as well. Just kind of drew everything long there. Here I am with that TB Choi chest and ribcage simplification. Maybe we could pull that up and just spend a little bit of time with that today. So I feel more confident in using that as like a simplification model. All right. That would be about 10 2-minute poses. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I skipped one, I'm aware. And then let's look at that. At those TB Choi mannequins for a bit. You always have to remember which post is which with TB Choi because she has like 20 images under the same thumbnail. Here we go. Well, we can use this guy as an example. A little bit more space in the chest area. He was very like flat. All right. So what's something that's really interesting about specifically the TB Choi model here that I'm studying is that it includes the lats in this one torso ribcage form. Kind of like that. Where it's like this is the form that we're drawing. Something like that would be the outline of it. And she draws all that as like sort of one mesh. With lats, with serratus anterior and obliques. Say something like that, actually. It feels like a more useful form still than just, you know, or a differently, uniquely useful form compared to just the rib cage, the round rib cage that tapers towards the top. Like there's that sort of form in the same perspective. Hello, good morning. You'll do figure drawings with me. Sick. Let me think. I'm like, is there an easy way to put the figure drawings up on screen, the figures up on screen that I'm referencing? I think there is. The fact that you're here means you woke up early today. Sick. Nice, nice. We could window, this is what we could do. Yeah, that seems pretty safe. Window capture. This is the figure reference. And then just yeah. Stick the reference like over here. Maybe crop it a bit more. Yeah. This is bodies in motion. You can make a free account and it'll give you random 2-minute drawings, 2-minute poses that are from some sort of movement. And then in the corner, it shows you the GIF from which the movement is. Yes, yes, yes. Cool. So this is what we'll be drawing. I think we're going to be doing like one more round of these, and then move on to some fashion studies. Only line of action. Line of action is good. I like line of action. What's it called? Quick sketches? Quick draw. Quick draw is also pretty good. Yeah, I actually like quick draw a lot, I think. And then there's this one. That's been my Croquis, online Croquis library for a while. There used to be this place called Croquis Cafe, but at some point they transitioned into being paid only. I think that's what happened with them. Which is fair. Like they did like really nice video croquis. But yeah. Some of these resources, they're not up forever. Bodies in Motion could change their business model tomorrow. We wouldn't have it anymore. It's not quick draw? Quick draw. Maybe it is quick sketch. Quick sketch. Quick poses. Quick poses. It's quick poses. Quick poses. Oh, wait. Give me just a couple more seconds. I like this leg gesture. Yeah, I often get that one wrong. I don't know. Yeah, not a super memorable name for me. Fucking it up. I gotta be better at taking note of like how long or short the shapes of, say, a leg feel in the particular perspective that they're in for the pose. Or maybe just get better at proportions, I guess. I just very often draw the shapes the wrong length width ratio at the beginning and have to like redraw them. Yep, the new calf thing. I like the new calf strat. With more segmentation, right? Or the new leg strat where it's like I go thigh, I go knee, and knee sometimes is like a, depending on the angle and the person, knee can be sometimes like a skinny form, and then do calf. It results in a more like intentional gesture, I think, for me, when I split the leg into segments like that. So trying to think of that while doing these. He looks weird without a head. Just give him something. Oh, wrong. Oh no, 9 seconds. Gotta step up the game real quick. Gotta step up the game real quick. Yeah, whatever, man. Moving on. Now you might risk that I want to retake some of them. And then you being the viewer, me being the streamer, means you kind of just have to live with that. Or like spend a little more time with them. For example, I'm missing a leg right now. So I'm just gonna take the time that I need to draw that leg. It's like the world's most annoying croquis controller. It's like, oh, well, now I'm done. So we move on. Could you imagine if they did that at actual croquis sessions? The drama. Friday today. Almost through another work week. I feel like for a lot of artist types though, it's kind of the same. It's kind of, well, I draw during the week, I draw during the weekend. Though it has a different quality to it now that I'm doing internship. Drawing during the week is a little bit more high pressure because, you know, you have to deliver, you want to deliver. And then when I'm drawing more for me, it's more chill relatively. The goal becomes improving rather than delivering, and that you can do over time. You don't have to do your best work right now to improve. Fine, we'll move on. Yeah, the one thing with bodies in motion is you will often get these quite stiff poses. Because, well, not every part of a given movement is like the dynamic part of a given movement. So what she's doing is hella dynamic, right? But I would never, like, for an illustration, draw this pose. For animation, you might have to, but oh, it's raining. It's raining in Denmark. Chill atmosphere. The new layer. Fine. Fine, I won't finish the drawing then. If you're gonna be like that. Yeah, I'm gonna take some extra time with that one. It's barely half of a drawing. Alright, fine. Whatever. I didn't care anyway. There's always like a branching path with ones like this, where you can decide to draw the clothes or you can decide to draw through them. I have decided the path of the clothes today. I have chosen the path of the clothes. That's so sick, he had the good hand gesture. All right. And we notice the pinch and the stretch in this one. We see the pinch and the stretch. We put in the pinch and the stretch. One pinch and stretch coming right up. I see your pinch and stretch, and I raise you a center of gravity positioned between points of contact with the ground. All right, that's it. That's all we get. And you can keep going. It's not like it's just free forever to do the rounds of 2-minute drawings, which is quite nice. It's kind of all I use from the site anyway. All right. And then I'd love to find some streetwear references to draw. Browsing. I just go on Pinterest for these and I just search Harajuku fashion. Just tap the ones I like. Maybe some wisdom outfits. Wisdom fashion. Guess it'd be better to go on his Instagram for that. You get all of them. Okay, that should be enough. And then let's just see here. What do we get if I do that back on? Yeah, seems pretty good. Okay. I will give you like a 5-minute head start because I need like a little bathroom break. But then I'll join you for some fashion studies. All right, be right back. Draw some fashion. All right, we back. You think you found the pants I was trying to do yesterday? I wasn't trying to do any pants yesterday. I was drawing a particular set of pants. And I was also riffing on them a little bit. You're excused. You're excused. Are you good? You're good. All right. Feel like maybe we've drawn this one at this point. Probably, right? Been on screen for a while. Different one. Different one. No. All right. They have the same trap. They have the same trap in your browsers, where if you press space before you switch software, you get screwed. So I was a little bit critical or skeptical of just drawing outfits, and then hoping you magically get better. But then something happened yesterday where one of the outfits I'd drawn for the warm-up actually had a silhouette for, or a cut for, a piece of clothing that I ended up using in the final. And I only did that because I recalled that, oh, earlier today I drew this and it was cool. So I'm starting to think he's learning. Let's go. I'm starting to think that actually drawing the things, even though I tend to say that I have a pretty poor visual memory, and a pretty poor visual imagination, like I don't see a lot if I try to picture something. Just drawing the thing helps me recall it as an idea as well. So that was interesting. A new experience. Yeah, it works very subconsciously. Yeah. I think so too. But normally or often what I just do is and that works too, is just like intellectually find out what's the name of this thing, when do people use it, why do I like it, why do I think it's cool, in what context is it used. And then you'll be able to use it when drawing later as well. And that seems to me like at least as efficient. But just drawing it seems to be like a decent low effort way to, yes, get some of those subconscious design gains. Because then you don't, if you do it like that, of course, you don't have to all the time be on the lookout for new things that you don't know, or new things to be curious about and their uses. I think a good mix of both is good though. Try to intellectually understand, also just try and draw it some. You'll probably remember. Probably even some different things from those different activities. It's a pretty sick jacket. The M&M bomber jacket. And then what she got? Nope. Didn't work. I'm like, what's that necklace? It's a mic? I have no idea. She's got like a French theme in the shoulders and the head area. Okay, and then that big bag. And if we want to do just like the quickest of analyses, a lot of detail and patterning on the jacket, a lot of detail and patterning on the bag, less so on the shirt area, and then quite little detail in the pieces of clothing directly around the face. Maybe it's almost like it's an intentional strategy to draw focus to the contrast area. Nah. little bit of print detail on the pants as well. A fine beret. Yes, yes, indeed. Yeah, and then this becomes like such a focal point because, well, first of all, you have a lot of color and value contrast right there. But also, there's just so much less detail in this area compared to the rest of the fit. Interestingly, the pants are almost a bit of a focal point as well, just because it's so restful compared to the rest of the outfit. At least that's what I get when I look at it now. Cool. Another one. A stylish contrapposto moment. A shorter pant leg than what I drew. Man, this must be like among my like top 5 hand gestures. It's just all it is like the 90-degree angle dangling hand. It's just very cool for some reason. It's like I don't even care enough to lift my hand. I'm so cool. I don't expend energy keeping my hands fighting against gravity. Bring that arm in a little bit. And then this is fun. He's got this nice suit jacket tucked in this huge accent belt. No, no, bad, bad. The hand, no. The arm, no. It's also the belt's supposed to be a little lower. What a mess I'm drawing here. Probably better. I really wanted like two things in terms of the shape for the jacket. And it's this offset and it's this hourglass shape. And we have those much more now. Though I mean, that's whack. Nah. Yo, that's so sick. I hadn't even caught the chain. But he's got like a chain all the way from his neck. Do I have the chain brush somewhere? I must have. I simply must have the chain brush. Jeeves. We simply must have the chain brush. Yes, yes, yes. We do indeed. I want shape. I do not want to draw shape. There we go. Just like edit outline selection. Yeah, whatever, it works. Oh, then you gotta switch back. I like this outfit a lot just because that's not how you wear a suit jacket. You're supposed to... No, a suit jacket's supposed to be like nice and stuff. And not crease or fold or roll up the sleeves. It feels better. Feels more like what I want. Still am unhappy with this area just a little bit. It's fine. Stripes. All the safety pins in the jacket. Time to game the accessories. Time to really... That's really nice. I really like that. What else is going on? Bunch of straps. Bunch of pockets. Little pockets with more straps on them. Because 15 minutes left, I would love to just like draw a face today. That'd be nice. And this might be the time for that. I guess maybe later today for the evening stream, I can draw a face too. The Yunara skin. But the more I can guarantee that I do get to draw one, the better. Face deprivation, yeah. Well, it's just, you know, it's as well as because I really felt out of practice drawing after I had a little bit of a break with more just like rendering work and like revisions and stuff. And so that was specifically drawing like figures. But as much as possible, I want to avoid that feeling with specifically figures and faces, and drawing figures and faces, because it's the one thing I care the most about in art, I think, is knowing how to draw figures and faces. So if I let a lot of time pass where I'm not practicing that, then I'm working against my goals, right? Yeah, way better on the second pass. I think that's safe to say. So I don't know, maybe we go back to that girl. It's something. Yes, that makes a lot of sense. Right. You wanna practice the things that you care about the most. You wanna practice those the most, right? You wanna keep those up. And then you can do the other stuff as well, I feel. But then again, you know, it's supposed to be beneficial, and I do believe that's true. It's beneficial to like take like periods of time where you're studying and thinking about a specific thing. In those periods of time, you got to take a bit of a break from what you care about the most in art. But, you know, if you could do it a little bit, that could be nice. Do it just a little bit. So I guess to me that would be, I'm like on a big like design and illustration kick right now in terms of what I do both on the streams and in work. Yeah. So in the morning streams, and when I can afford it in the streams in general, maybe it makes sense to take some time. Take some time to take some time. Oh, I should hella... Not you. You. We're doing a head-on face, which is not my favorite, but then hey, get some practice somewhere that feels unfamiliar. She's a diva, she is. Yeah. I like when I can push expressiveness in a face. Just a bit. So like that corner of the mouth trending upward a little bit. That slight like scoff. I think she has less of that in the reference. Oh, something's up. Something's up. It's happening. He is trying to draw a face at an angle. I always do that. Then the whole thing starts to be like, yeah, off kilter. Yeah, that eye is too high. The rent is too damn high. Remember that? Remember? Remember? Okay. Should be better now. A little bit of asymmetry in the mouth, never hurt nobody, but sounds good. Sounds good, Simios. Whoa. Sounds good, Simios. You do that. See you later. Okay. Oh, that sounds nice. Have a good time. To a festival. What kind of a festival? It's called the Goat Festival. Sick. We'll find out. Okay, I hope you have a good time. I'll catch you some other time. Yeah, don't start feeling like you have a responsibility to show up to the streams. It's just good fun. Though I appreciate you being here. You want to be. Aw, so sweet. See ya. Have a good time at the Goat Festival. Just about wrapping stream up too. Just want to finish this face here. I think I need to raise the eyes. Feels better. All right. Well, I think we did it. I think we drew a face this morning. And when you think about it, that's really what matters. That's really what matters is like in life is did you draw a face this morning? No? Then I did a better job than you. You're off. Come on. What's going on? You're fine. You're definitely not. Cool. I wonder if this magically makes it like a good drawing. Like now that the face is decent is what I'm thinking. Maybe it just like feels a lot better now. A little more contrast maybe in the right areas. Because it's that Norman Rockwell quote about the hands and the faces being the only thing that people care about in a drawing. And then the rest can kind of be shit or whatever. Feels like we're close. Anyway. Anyway, what I was gonna say is I think that'll be it for today. If I can just get my act together and like move on. But that can prove quite difficult, you see. All right, stop. Time. Step away from your drawings. He said, but still couldn't commit. At all? Holy shit. Time's up, Jacob. Move on. Move on with your life. Move on with your day. Do something else. Let's see. This should go in here, and then in here. And yeah, I'm still figuring out my file system. All right. There's today's work. Looks like that, all on top of each other. This morning's work. Did some figures. Did some more figures. Did some more figures. And some outfit studies. There we go. All right. That's the end of stream. We're done.